Can you get reattuned? Can you get reattuned? Yes. Yes, you can. You do not need to, though. Attunements are forever. Attunements do not go away. Attunements are not something that you need to do again and again. However, you may very well want to get reattuned. Sometimes people reach out to me about getting a reattunement because they're afraid that the first one didn't work. Maybe they aren't feeling anything, or they just don't feel like it worked, or they're not sure if they were in the right mindset when they received their attunement, and they're worried that it didn't actually work. And I make sure to assure them, yes, it did work. It worked. But that a reattunement is something that can be done and doesn't mess anything up to have a reattunement. Here's how I think of reattunements. I like to think of reattunements like renewing wedding vows. Once you're married, and you don't need to renew your wedding vows, but lots of couples do. And so I think of reattunement as renewing your wedding vows. You don't need to do it, but it can be a way to really help you to recommit yourself to your Reiki journey, to honor your Reiki journey, to help you to just feel more connected to Reiki or your Reiki journey or your Reiki practice. So reattunements can be helpful, but just like renewing wedding vows, they're completely unnecessary. I mean, let's admit it, renewing your wedding vows, lovely, beautiful, sweet thing. It's completely unnecessary, but it's important and powerful to the couple that does it. And so too, it can be important and powerful to us on our Reiki journey. And so there's nothing wrong with getting reattuned, but please know that it is not necessary. Please know that it is not something that you need to do. And please know that if you feel like your first attunement didn't work, I want to encourage you that it did. It did. It did. There are plenty of practitioners who would argue that you don't even need attunement. That's a whole other discussion, but I do want to encourage you that if you are asking yourself, do I need to be reattuned? To ask yourself why you're considering reattunement, to ask yourself why you feel like you might need one. Is this coming from a place of fear that the first one didn't work? Is this coming from a place of anxiety that you're not a real Reiki practitioner and you need to get reattuned in order for it to work or to be valid? Or is this coming from a place of, I want to recommit, I want to honor my Reiki journey? Now, of course, you don't need attunement to do those things either. And if you've been away from practicing Reiki for a while, you don't need reattunement to come back to it. All you need to do is this and this. All you need to do is just start putting your hands on yourself, set the intention, send a symbol, invoke the principles. That's all you need to do to get back into your Reiki practice. It's not hard. It's not hard, and it doesn't require reattunement. And so if you're considering reattunement, I first and foremost want to encourage you to just explore the reasons why, to explore why that is important to you. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I'll be completely honest with you that if you reach out to some Reiki practitioners, some teachers, and express concern about your attunement and you would need to get reattuned, should I get reattuned? I'll be honest with you. There are some teachers who are going to say yes because they want the money. They're going to say yes because they want you to get reattuned with them and pay them for reattunement. But the truth is you don't need it. And I've had plenty of people reach out to me and say, do I need a reattunement? Should I get a reattunement? And I tell them, no, you don't need it. You don't need a reattunement. Once it's done, it's done. But if you feel the need to get reattuned, definitely explore that for yourself. Ask yourself why. Really dig deep and reflect before getting a reattunement on why you're getting it in the first place. Now, just like going through the ritual of renewing wedding vows is powerful for a couple, so too the ritual of attunement can be powerful for our own Reiki journey. And so whether you believe in attunements, whether you believe in how they are conducted, whether they work or not, what the point of them is, I do indeed think that we must admit that ritual is very powerful. As a matter of fact, plenty of studies have shown that ritual has a powerful effect on the brain, that ritual changes the brain. It's a trigger, it creates signals, it's a signal to the brain, to the universe, and to ourselves. And so absolutely getting reattuned can indeed be a powerful ritual that signals a shift for you on your Reiki journey. So that's something to be mindful of as well. So to be attuned, reattuned, not reattuned, only you can decide. But know that you do not need it. It did work the first time. And if you do want a reattunement, I encourage really exploring what's at the root of that desire. So sending lots of blessings and best wishes to any reattunements or not that you might indeed receive. I do want to offer a PS on that, by the way. You know, sometimes Reiki master teachers get together and reattune one another for practice, and that's a thing. And so, you know, you can be reattuned again and again and again, and it's not going to hurt anything. So know that, you know, having multiple attunements is not a bad thing either. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with that at all.